Hi, and welcome to another episode on my YouTube channel. I hope you are having a great day and this video finds you in the best of health. So a lot of you lovely people have requested me to do a video on mutual funds. Well, of course I was going to do a video on mutual funds because it is the biggest, not the biggest, but one of the biggest investment avenues in our country. It offers convenience, great technology access, and a promise of wonderful returns if you pick the right scheme and the right type of fund to invest in. It is not possible for me to simplify the entire topic of mutual fund and upload it in just one video. So I will run a series of small videos so you can understand better, and I promise you, with every video you will be 2 steps ahead from where you already were, and by the end of the series or even after a bunch of videos you will become a mutual fund expert and will be able to pick funds yourself depending on your goal, your risk appetite and the tenure. So let's get started. Hi, I am Russell Miguel. I've been in the banking and finance space for more than 15 years. If you scroll through my YouTube channel, you will see that I simplify and upload videos on financial products, making it easier for you to understand, and you will manage your finances in a better way. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I strongly recommend that you do so. By clicking on the bell icon, you will be intimated of videos that I upload every week. So AMFI, or the Association of Mutual Funds of India, gives a beautiful description on the history of mutual funds. The mutual fund industry began in 1963 with the formation of Unit Trust of India, or UTI. UTI was formed by the government and the Reserve Bank of India had regulatory and administrative control over it. After 15 years in 1978, the Reserve Bank of India was delinked from the UTI and IDBI, or Industrial Development Bank of India, took regulatory and administrative control. After 25 years, at the end of 1988, the Unit Trust of India had a total investment or assets under management AUM of 6,700 crores. A lot of you investors who have been in the investment market for a very long time or who were there during the 60s and 70s would have heard of a scheme called US 64 or Unit Scheme 64. This was the first scheme launched by Unit Trust of India. The year 1987 marked the entry of public sector mutual funds in India. Now these were set up by public sector banks and Life Insurance Corporation LIC and General Insurance Corporation GIC. SBI Mutual Fund was the first non-UTI mutual fund company to be set up in India, along with others like Punjab National Bank Mutual Fund, Bank of India, Indian Bank, Can Bank, etc. 5 years from this date, that's in 1993, the total assets under management of the mutual fund industry was 47,000 crores. That's a growth of 41,000 crores in only 5 years. Hey, if this video is adding value to you, press the like button. In the year 1992, SEBI, or Securities and Exchange Board of India, was set up. The market started to gain greater importance after the setup of SEBI. SEBI is a statutory regulatory body that's put in place with the responsibility to regulate and monitor capital and security markets and protect the interest of investors. So SEBI obviously gave access to private mutual fund companies, and Kotari Pioneer was the first private mutual fund company set up in the year 1993. The next 10 years saw an enormous growth in the mutual fund industry. A lot of foreign sponsors set up mutual fund companies in India, and during this phase there were a lot of mergers and acquisitions. At the end of this 10-year period, that's at the end of 1993, of the year 1993, the total assets under management of the mutual fund industry was 1,21,000 crores, out of which UTI itself had 44,000 crores. So what is a mutual fund? Well, a mutual fund is a trust that pools together the savings of investors with a common financial goal. These investors can be retail or institutional in nature. The money is then invested in capital market instruments like shares, debentures, and other securities depending on the objective of the mutual fund. The returns generated on this investment and capital appreciation is shared with the investors in the proportion of the units that they hold. In fact, mutual funds are perfect for common investors like you and me. They are an inexpensive way to get a professional fund manager to manage the fund after extensive market research. Before I move into this last part and tell you the advantages of mutual funds, I want you to share this video with your family and friends. Advantage number 1, flexibility. Now there are a variety of mutual fund schemes depending on your goal, your risk appetite and the tenure that you can pick from. As you come across different stages in life, you may need to alter the objective of your investment. So when you start earning, get married, have children, you have goals like purchasing a vehicle, a dream house, going on a dream vacation, then you get ready for retirement and post-retirement. So you can accordingly pick a scheme that suits your risk and goal at that particular period of time. Advantage number 2, affordability. Now, it may not be possible for a lot of us to purchase expensive shares or stocks which cost very high or even buy a good enough number of shares. With mutual funds, what happens is this pool of money is invested into those particular shares and you may own a proportion of that particular company. In fact, you can even start off by investing a small amount in a systematic investment plan or SIP, and that amount can be as low as 500 or 1000 rupees. Advantage number 3, liquidity. Now you can liquidate an open-ended scheme or an open-ended mutual fund at any given point of time as and when you have an emergency or you require the money or you have met your goal. Be aware to check on exit loads depending on the scheme that you invest in. Point number 4, diversification. In fact, your mutual fund investments are less riskier as they are invested across industries and companies. Point number 5, professional management. We already discussed this, where a professional fund manager manages your investment actively after thorough research in the market. Point number 6, regulations. Now all mutual funds are regulated under the Securities and Exchange Board of India. SEBI monitors these mutual funds and there's a strict process and list of regulations that they need to follow. And lastly, transparency. So mutual fund schemes and their performance are reviewed by multiple publication and rating agencies, thus making it easier for investors to review them and compare one fund to another. In fact, you can also receive daily updates and NAVs, including fund manager strategies, on email by subscribing to any one of these publication agencies. As of April 2020, the total assets under management was around 23 lakh crores. Once again, if this video has added value to you, go ahead and press the like button. Don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. Have a financially great day today.